In the fast-moving world of smartphones, Apple continues to hold a unique place in the conversation, balancing minimalism, futuristic innovation, and user-focused design. With every new generation, it pushes the limits of what a smartphone can do, not just through hardware upgrades but through purposeful design philosophies that shape the industry. And now, with the upcoming iPhone 17 Pro Max and especially the much-hyped iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max, Apple may finally be ready to shatter long-standing conventions and deliver a radical front-facing display experience. For years, users have speculated about Apple's next bold move after the introduction of Face ID, the Notch, and the later Dynamic Island. While those innovations had their moment, we're now approaching an era where even those visible elements might disappear entirely. That's right, the future may be filled with nothing but screen. And the journey toward that future begins not with the iPhone 18, but with the iPhone 17 generation, where Apple will reportedly introduce Metalins technology, preparing the ground for a more seamless, under-display future. So what is Metalins technology and why does it matter? At first glance, it may sound like just another technical buzzword, but the implications are massive. Metalins refers to ultra-thin, flat optical lenses made from nanostructured materials, replacing bulky, traditional curved lenses. These lenses can manipulate light in precise ways, including both visible and infrared spectrums, which is incredibly important for Apple's Face ID system. Face ID isn't just a simple camera, it's an orchestra of sensors. It includes a dot projector, an infrared camera, and a flood illuminator. Together, they map your face in 3D and verify your identity securely. All of that typically requires space, but with Metalins, Apple can drastically reduce the footprint of these components, perhaps enough to shrink the dynamic island. This year's iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max are rumored to use this exact technology to minimize the size of the dynamic island for the first time since its introduction. While the island won't completely disappear in 2025, this is the stepping stone that will enable Apple's bigger leap in 2026 with the iPhone 18 series. Let's talk about that leap. The iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max are already being discussed as devices that may finally eliminate all visible Face ID elements from the front display. According to consistent leaks from insiders like Digital Chat Station, a trusted source in the smartphone industry based in China, Apple is currently testing and refining display prototypes that incorporate Face ID fully under the screen. These iPhone 18 Pro models are expected to come with brand new screen sizes, 6.7 inches for the standard Pro model and 6.86 inches for the Pro Max. These dimensions are slightly larger than what we see in the current iPhone 15 and 16 series, suggesting not just a new screen experience, but potentially slimmer bezels or an overall redesign. But more importantly, both of these displays will be built using LTPO technology. This allows for adaptive refresh rates ideal for smooth animations, efficient battery use, and Apple's promotion technology. But there's more. These displays will also reportedly feature something called HIA architecture, short for Whole-in-Active-Area. So, what exactly is HIA, and why is Apple using it? In simple terms, HIA refers to a method where a very small portion of the display's pixel matrix is left intentionally transparent or missing in order to allow sensors such as cameras or Face ID projectors to see through the screen. You may have seen this in Android phones that place their selfie cameras under the screen, but Apple's version is different. It's not just about a selfie camera, it's about the entire Face ID array, which is much more complex and requires near-perfect accuracy. Implementing HIA with Face ID isn't just difficult, it's revolutionary. It means Apple is creating old panels that not only support high refresh rates, vivid colors, and great battery efficiency, but also allow for infrared sensing through the screen itself. This would allow Apple to hide the dot projector, the infrared camera, and the flood illuminator underneath the display, giving users the illusion of an uninterrupted screen. The long-term vision, a clean, hole-less, and island-free display that provides an edge-to-edge experience. And the iPhone 18 Pro Max may be the first real attempt at achieving this. While the camera punch hole may still remain visible, in the iPhone 18 series likely to support selfies, FaceTime, and video recording, Face ID may become completely invisible to the naked eye. Think about that for a moment. Apple's Face ID, which once required a large notch and then transitioned into the dynamic island, may soon be fully hidden. That's not just evolution, that's design revolution. It's important to note that Apple has been laying the foundation for this move for years. Several patents filed in the past half-decade suggest Apple's been planning an under-display authentication system for a long time. One notable patent describes a method where the display dynamically disables specific pixels, creating a momentary transparent window for sensors to operate. Once done, the pixels reactivate, restoring full screen functionality. This kind of technical precision shows just how serious Apple is about achieving a truly immersive iPhone experience. But it's not just about looks. Security remains Apple's top priority, so the under-display Face ID has to be just as secure and fast as the visible version we've used for years. That means clear infrared transmission, perfect facial mapping, even in darkness, and lightning-fast authentication. At the same time, Apple is also preparing for enhanced photo and video capabilities. The under-display selfie camera, while not fully realized yet, is also part of Apple's long-term plans. Though the punch hole will remain in the iPhone 18 Pro series, Apple is reportedly working on hybrid lenses and computational algorithms that could allow for high-quality imaging even through pixels. The challenge here isn't just resolution, it's color balance, sharpness, and dynamic range. Transparent pixels can interfere with image fidelity, but Apple's investments in AI image processing may eventually close that gap. As we compare the current lineup, the progression becomes clearer. The iPhone 14 Pro introduced the dynamic island as a clever way to repurpose dead space around the Face ID sensors. The iPhone 15 Pro refined it slightly with improved animations and more functionality. Now with the iPhone 17 Pro Max, we'll see the first reduction in that space thanks to Metalins. And finally, the iPhone 18 Pro Max will take the next leap, removing Face ID from sight altogether. This evolution is not just linear, it's strategic. Apple is preparing users step by step, ensuring that each change is well received and stable before advancing to the next stage. But display innovation isn't the only thing on Apple's radar. Other iPhone 18 Pro upgrades are also expected, such as even faster chips, more efficient batteries, advanced camera modules, and possibly satellite connectivity improvements. The display is just one piece of the puzzle, but it's the most visible one, and possibly the most important for user perception. With Samsung, Google, and Chinese brands also racing to perfect their own under-display solutions, Apple's version will be closely watched for quality, reliability, and durability. If you're wondering whether to upgrade now or wait, the choice is becoming clearer. The iPhone 17 Pro Max will certainly be a solid device, especially with its new Metalins tech and reduced dynamic island, but the real transformation will happen in the iPhone 18 generation. If Apple delivers on these promises, the iPhone 18 Pro Max will offer a near full-screen front with no visual interruptions, something users have been demanding for years. This new era of iPhone design isn't just about hiding sensors, it's about merging technology so seamlessly into the device that users don't even realize it's there. Invisible Face ID, hidden cameras, intelligent pixel modulation. These aren't gimmicks, they're the future of minimalistic, intelligent hardware design. And Apple is leading the way. So to recap, the iPhone 17 Pro Max in 2025 will introduce Metalins optics that shrink the Face ID components, making the dynamic island smaller than ever before. This marks the transition phase. In 2026, the iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max will debut with new display sizes 6.7 and 6.86 inches, OLED panels, and a HIA system designed to support fully under-display Face ID components. The only visible front element will be a punch-hole camera for now. Face ID will function through the display itself, powered by infrared transparent materials and smart display layers that hide and reveal pixels as needed. As for what comes after the iPhone 18, many speculate the iPhone 19 or 20 could take things even further, removing even the selfie camera from view. Imagine an iPhone with zero visible sensors, just glass, edge to edge, with everything working invisibly beneath the surface. This is Apple's long-term design language: refined, subtle, futuristic. So, whether you're a tech enthusiast, a design purist, or just someone looking to future-proof your next upgrade, the iPhone 18 Pro Max may be the most important iPhone to date. It represents not just a product upgrade but a vision where the hardware fades into the background and your screen becomes the only interface you see.